Hey, and welcome to She TV. Today's topic is that there is nothing wrong with your sexuality. So I am here today to tell you, my dear, that there is absolutely nothing wrong with your sexuality. This video today is for you if you haven't been able to have orgasms or have difficulty orgasming. This is for you if you've been told by doctors that you are anorgasmic, as in you're never going to have an orgasm. This is for you if you have trouble feeling pleasure during sexuality. This is for you if the way that men often approach you sexually doesn't quite work for you. This is for you if you find that you can stimulate yourself to orgasm, but it doesn't really happen in sexual penetration. And this is for you if you think that there is something wrong with you or your sexuality. I'm here to tell you there could be nothing further from the truth. So my work is about feminine power and energy, and you need to know that the realm of sexuality, as soon as you get sexual, as soon as you get in the bed, as soon as you feel sexual, this is the feminine. You need to get this. Your pussy, your power, your sexuality is the feminine, okay? It is the feminine. We have things like pornography, the way that sexuality is portrayed, thought of, approached, is done through this very masculine lens. It's just become like this. This is not to blame men. Don't take this is men's fault. No, they are equally brainwashed that this is the only way sex is. Sexuality is to be approached. Wham bam, thank you, man. We're going to stick a cock in as many holes as we can at once. And if you're not on that train with me, then there's something wrong with you, honey. Right? You need to start to understand that the way you want to be touched, the way that you want to be stroked, the way that you want to be penetrated, kissed, approached sexually, engaged sexually is valid. It's how you want it. It is your desire, okay? So there's the individual thing, there's your desire, what you want and need, how you want to be treated, engaged, loved, fucked, whatever you want to call it. And then there's just this whole thing that feminine sexuality is ignored. It has been so deeply devalued that people don't even know what it is anymore. So you're in the sexual space, right? And the masculine sexual curve is, okay, you said sex, I'm erect, and I'm going on this beautiful big pathway like that toward climax, and then I'm going to fall off really fast, okay? The masculine sexual arc, I call it, goes pretty much like that and down. Broad concept, okay? Don't get all uptight about quoting me about whether that's real or not. All right? The feminine sexual arc, so different, okay? They say in Taoism that the feminine sexuality is like bringing cold water in a cauldron, putting heat underneath it and bringing it to a boil. It's different. It requires heat applied to it. It requires to be warmed up, okay? That is feminine sexuality. I'm not saying that women can't do masculine sexuality. Let's face it, honeys, we've all done that and we've been taught how to do that. My point is, feminine sexuality is different and, in my own personal experience, way more satisfying, way deeper, way more interesting to my body and my energy. Back to the feminine sexual arc. The feminine sexual arc starts here, okay? It needs to be warmed up. It gets warmed up a bit, assuming it's being done in a way that you like. It goes up, we reach a little peak, and then there's a fall off. Oh, what's happened? Something's gone wrong. He's doing something wrong. No, normal. Okay, let it go down. I always call this, we go down into the caverns and we mine. We mine for pleasure. We mine for sensation. And then it comes up again and we have another little peak, right? And then there's a little fall off. Totally normal. That's what happens. And then we go down and we go even deeper, and we mine even deeper inside of our body, our energy. We feel into these more subtle but deep sensations of pleasure. And then we go again, and this continues. This thing it kind of goes like this. Whoa! And then by the time there may be, or may not be, but if there may be climax, it's because you have done so much mining for this deep, rich, intense, sometimes violent intensity of sexual experience inside of us. Sometimes not. Sometimes it's light. Sometimes it's fluid. Sometimes it's more subtle. Sometimes it's like it's a massive volcano. Sometimes you want to roar like a wolf. All of this is your experience of your spectrum of sexuality. There is no one type of sexual experience. Even inside of yourself, one sexual session will be different to another sexual session. And I want to implore on you that nobody tells you that what you desire or how you desire to be touched, stroked, fucked, that there's anything wrong with that. Nobody tells you that. And when you start to own this, when you start to go, this is what my body wants and needs, and that you learn how to make requests, you learn how to speak to your lovers, they're going to be grateful, by the way, that you know how to ask for what you want, that everybody's going to benefit. Because I can promise you, when you start to ride this beautiful feminine sexual flow and arc, it gifts the masculine with life force, with energy, and your beautiful juicy sexuality. And I can promise you, this is what men want. They love our sexuality, and yet if we allow them to rob us of it by taking us on a pornographic arc or a way that we don't want to have sex in that moment, we are all robbed of the depth and the richness of feminine sexuality. Alright, so I want you to put comments below on your experiences of what you desire, how you want to be touched, how you want to be approached sexually. And remember, when you have the courage to go out there and shine, you give others permission to do the same. So let's all go out there and shine this week. Bye-bye for now.